guys, we got a Bobcat T250, a little over 3,500 hours on it. Just got this unit in, and it's making this noise when you track forward. Let me show you, see if you can hear it. Also, it seems like this handle and this handle aren't equal. It seems like this handle has a lot more power than this one. Definitely has more power. Makes me want to go left hard. And when you raise up, it has a fast drift down. But I don't see any leaks anywhere, so I'm guessing it's leaking internally in the cylinders. If there's anything you guys can let me know on this unit, like I said, it's a Bobcat T250. Let me know where to start on this thing. Looks like I got a lot of work ahead of me, unfortunately. Anyway, thanks for your help. I look forward to chatting with you guys. Hey guys, it's Curtis Schweppe back in the shop. Today we got the Bobcat T250 in the shop. This one came in and it wasn't tracking straight. It was turning really hard, even if you had both hand controls pushed equally forward. So first thing we did was check the hydraulic level, and there was nothing in the side glass. So we added 2 gallons of hydraulic fluid, and then it appeared to be milky. So instead of trying to drive it, it was obvious that there was water or some contamination in the fluid. So we decided to drain the fluid right out of the reservoir inside. If you get this thing up on blocks, you can crawl under there with a creeper, and there's a hose at the bottom of the reservoir that goes through an access panel right down here. Let's see if you can see that hose, if it'll adjust. Sorry guys, I don't think you can see that. Hold on, let me get a flashlight. What the heck did I do with that thing? Bear with me here. Alright, so right down there, you got that hose right there, comes from the hydraulic reservoir. It's just a capped hose, so you can put that through that access hole and then drain it all out into a pan. Anyway, so did that last night, and I put it in these transparent containers here. This was the first one, and this was the second one. When I took the cap off of the hose, the drain hose, there's nothing but crystal clear water coming out for, I don't know, a couple seconds. So I didn't even get all the water in here. You can tell there's definitely a lot of water in there. And then got home from work today, and I started taking the other filters out. This is the high flow unit. That's why it's got these 2 filters on here. And that's the oil that came out of that filter. Next, we're going to take this filter out, and then once that drains, we're going to come down here and we're going to remove all the lines off of that case drain filter, and then back behind there, you can't see it, but there's a second case drain filter in the back. We're going to remove both of those, take them apart, empty them out, and see what kind of, if there's any metal particulates or any type of concerning material inside those. So stay tuned. We'll get that going tonight too, and I'll show you the results and see what happens. Alrighty, so I wanted to get zoom in here on these part numbers for these hydraulic filters. This is for the Bobcat T250 high flow unit. So here's your part number for your large filter, and there's the part number for your smaller filter. These are both located under the cab. I went ahead and put the date and the hours on them with a Sharpie marker. We're going to fill these up with hydraulic fluid and then get them installed. They go right there is where the large filter goes, and that inline filter, that's right there is where this smaller one here goes. So let me get these filled up with hydraulic fluid before we spin them on, and then we'll get them on there. Alright, so as you can see under here, we got the hydraulic reservoir draining, and it's just a slow drip right now. So I think we're going to go ahead and remove those case drain filters and take those apart and see what they look like. We'll just leave that open and let it keep dripping, because that's some nasty oil. We're probably going to end up, after all this is done, we'll probably end up running it for a couple hours and then changing the hydraulic filters after this is all said and done with, again, pretty frequently here, until our oil starts looking a lot better and cleaner. Costs a little money, but that's what you gotta do. So for that case drain filter, we're going to end up capping our lines so we don't make a giant mess in there. I just got done power washing and cleaning up everything under the cab, so I don't want to drain a bunch of oil underneath the belly. So we got this kit off the Amazon, I believe. It's pretty cheap, but gives you quite the variety of caps and plugs. So make things nice and neat, and it's nice to have in the shop, so if you're ever doing cylinder repair, you can cap your cylinders and then transport them from place to place, and you don't have the big giant mess of oil on the back of your truck. So highly recommend. Alright, so this is the one that came from the center of the machine, mounted on top center, and then this one here came from the left side. I think that's the only two that are in the machine, but anyway, I already cracked these loose with my wrenches and the vise, so now all we got to do is spin them out by hand. I think there's a spring in here, so be careful so it doesn't spring out. Okay, that doesn't look too terribly bad. I don't see any metal shavings in there, so that's good. Now, try this one. Oh no, that does not look good. There's quite a bit of metal shavings in there. That is not what you want to see. Okay, well, shoot. Doesn't look like much metal passed through. There is one little hairy piece of metal I can see that's sticking through there. Damn. That's not good. Alright, well, I guess it's back to the Bobcat dealer, see what he says. I will post videos of what we decided to end up doing with it. Oh man, that sucks. But I think this Bobcat's going to be down for a while. That's not good. Remember, like what I said at the beginning of the video, this thing wasn't tracking straight. It was pulling real hard to one side. So I'm thinking that that one drive motor is probably going to have to be rebuilt or replaced. I bet you that's where a lot of those shavings came from. Let's see. Gee whiz. Yeah, you can see down in there. That is pretty bad. I've never seen one that bad before. Alright, I'll let you guys know when I find out.